welcome back to guys. It's time for another anime review. Welcome once again. We're going to be reviewing an anime that aired back in the winter of 2024. So recently, just a few weeks ago, it ended. Actually, a few weeks ago, the dubbed ended, but the subbed ended, obviously, a few weeks ago when the season ended. So this is going to be on the wrong way to use healing magic. It's actually a very interesting series, to be honest, and I really enjoyed the premises of it. I really enjoyed the whole taking it to a different direction and perspective when it comes to healing magic, being that most animes, isekais and fantasy stories will use healing magic as a bystander or a side character, not really an important part of the heroes that do the main work, right? So anyways, before anything else, guys, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel, give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. You guys can follow me on social media and other places by checking the description below. I do have quite a bit of anime and manga reviews, quite a bit of them already posted, so if you haven't checked those out, check them out here on my channel. I'm very excited to continue reviewing for you guys, so make sure you guys have watched as many as you can, because it does help the channel. So okay, let's talk about the series. So premises itself, we have three main characters that were brought into this world, that were kind of transported into this world, and it's Usato, who was kind of mistaken in the group, and his classmates Suzune and Ryusen. Now both of these are like the A students of the school. They make sense why they were recruited. They happen to be the heroes. And then when Usato is basically, he's just kind of was bystander, was there by mistake, and the circle that transported them took him in as well. So he ends up having healing magic, and the whole first episode is basically him being chased by another person who's going to train him, who's his Rose, and the kingdom basically trying to protect him from Rose. Now Rose is the kingdom's rescue team captain, and she basically enlists him to her team, and she becomes a very like main character. It's really Rose and Usato being more of the main characters than the other two that were transported with him, and she basically starts training him very heavy. Makes him run all the time. He gets him hurt all the time, and a lot of the things that you see in the beginning, you question, like, why is she training him this way, right? Because obviously as a viewer, you know that Rose at the end of the day has a reason behind it, because she is a trainer, right? So she must have a reason. So you kind of question it, and we get your answers midway through the series, where he is actually put into the field and helps the heroes protect themselves and all that. The running was, he has to build stamina, because they're in war. You have to be able to first get there as fast as possible, but secondly, be able to get as many people into the medical room so that they can be healing them, they can be helping them. So he needs that stamina, he needs that speed, and that's why every day there was running. Every day it was, okay, you did good, now let's add weights. You did good, well now let's add this. And at one point he's taken to a forest to train, and he befriends a blue bear, avenges basically the death of the blue bear's parents, and there's a whole little story behind there, but essentially his companion becomes this blue bear, and she starts using the blue bear as a training method to help him be able to carry people, because he also has to have that strength to carry a hurt person, right? Obviously you go into the field, someone who lost their leg, or someone who's shot in the abdomen, or is bleeding out, they're not going to be able to run with you, obviously. So he has to be able to carry them, have the stamina to run, and have the speed to get there as fast as possible. So although Rose's methods were very barbaric, it had a purpose. She knew that he was going to be someone who's going to be very special. The big iconic scene, or the big part of the series, is them going against the demon lord and their minions. Essentially, not the lord itself. He doesn't show up, but there is minions who are coming in trying to evade the area, and the heroes are used. The heroes end up not being the heroes. It ends up being our main character, Usato, and just specifically because the enemy's big gun happens to have a weakness to healing magic. So at the end of the day, it was more coincidence than anything, but he still ends up defeating the demon lord's, main piece in this chessboard, and he ends up being a good fighter at the end of the day, right? So that seems to be the peak of it. So when it continues for like another episode and a half, it just feels a little forced, but it's preparing us to let us know that, hey, there's more to come, or at least in the story itself. We don't know if there's more episodes later on or second seasons to come, but for sure there is more story to come. So the person they defeat, they end up interrogating her, and they end up taking her as a pawn, and also add her to the rescue team. She ends up training as well, so we have a whole episode of her. And then we see our protagonist, essentially, he got help from the Oracle in town, and because of her help, he was able to save his two friends, the heroes. And this Oracle ends up being a beast human who needs help, and that's kind of the premises to the next season. He is taking this beast person to her hometown. It's far away, and he's taking the heroes and other people with him as I guess people that are escorting him, and that's going to be the next season. We also see the captain take the demon girl, and they're going the same direction, but I'm going to guess they're just going behind to make sure that they're okay, they're protected. But yeah, that in a nutshell is the series. Like I said, it does hit a lot of isekai tropes. OP character, yes, but there was a lot of training to it. He actually trained. I really like that aspect of it. I really like that there's like different parts of his training that were almost arcs. Like it wasn't just all just the fighting of the demons that was the main thing. I also like that the heroes do come back ever so often, and we see them as well getting stronger and training themselves, and them actually struggling with the fact that they were brought into a new world. So like they humanize the people more in this series than other series. It feels like other series, when someone's taken to a world, they just kind of get used to it and like, okay, we're here, and then after a few episodes, it doesn't even seem like they were brought from a different world. So this one, there's a little more humanization to them. There's a little bit more of an emotional struggle with some of the heroes as well, with them, do I want to stay? Is this a place that I prefer? Like, why do I prefer this place? So the questioning of life is just, I think, so humanizing of it. So yeah, pretty good series. Go check it out. It is on Crunchyroll, both dubbed and subbed. I definitely started watching it dubbed, but I did finish it subbed because the dub episodes hadn't aired yet. But I believe the last one aired this week, at least time of recording. By the time this video comes out, for sure all the episodes are dubbed. So go check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you haven't done so by now, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. And like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.